A fair amount of people say two heads is better than one, or three, four, five. You get the gist. So lots of people say more heads is better than one. Well, in this video, I will be going through the beasts from Beast Quest which have more than one head to see if they are actually better than beasts with one head. With this whole kind of very unique intro out of the way, I'm going to go through each of the beasts in Beast Quest that have more than one head and determine how good they are with their extra head, or heads in some cases. Now, the guidelines I went along with, they need to actually have more than one head shown on the cover, as well as the head kind of have their different personality from the other one, along with other aspects which will make, along with other aspects which can show that's how useful more than one head is. There are some beasts here which I believe they would be the same with one head, and there are other beasts which I think have the whole gimmick built around having more than one head. So with that, there are 9 beasts to talk about in this video. Quite a short video here, but after this one I will be working on the special Christmas video that I got for you guys, and then when I got that sorted and uploaded, not publicly, I can go back to doing regular videos. But yeah, at the moment, just doing this one to get it out of the way with, and then we're going to get the Christmas video out of the way, and then I can get more videos out before Christmas. Don't know when or how that would happen, but yeah. I kind of upgraded the background behind me, as you can see. I got more posters and a Black Panther Lego set behind me as well. That was actually my birthday present from a few days ago, and I just finished building it. I purposely took a week to make it, so that way it doesn't seem like I got through it in one day. I do have a life. But yeah, I'm happy with it. Not happy with the place where it's on though, so it may move. It may move in the future. But yeah, I had to move a couple things around, and now I just got some tinsel on my bed. So yeah, we'll sort that out. So ranking these is just based on how useful these beasts are with an extra head or not. And with that, let's get into the ranking. Starting with 9th place. Coming in 9th place is Vipera the Snake Man. Compared to the other beasts with more than one head, this one is easily the most useless, and where I believe Vipera would have been just fine with just one head. However, yeah, it was, being the first beast with more than one head, it was surprising to see that there is a beast that can have more than one head. However, Vipero, he went down quite quickly in this fight, which kind of makes you think, hold on, is he really, is it worth it for him to have one head? It makes kind of some sense why he has more than one head, but on the other hand, not really. So yeah, Vipera, in my opinion, is the worst beast with more than one head. Moving on. In 8th place, we have Akira the Crusher. Now, technically, this is 2 bodies as well, but they're still joined together, so that still counts as one beast with 2 different personalities. The reason why I rank Akira over Vipera is that they do have 2 completely different weapons and abilities. However, what makes Akira hold him down is that technically, yes, they have different personalities, but they don't really work well in unison together compared to the other beasts here. These beasts don't really work well together, and I feel like they can actually clash into each other whilst they're trying to do their own thing. So that's why Akira's 8th place. Moving on. In 7th place, we have Naga the Sea Monster. Now, Naga is one of the first beasts people think of when they think of a multi-headed beast, along with the next Sentry. However, what holds Naga back, despite being quite a strong beast and multiple heads and all that, is actually the weakness of when he loses one of his heads, another regrows, and then the heads start attacking each other. So they completely lose focus on who they're actually fighting and then fight each other, which can cause their own defeat, which is actually the main reason why Naga is not one of my favorites of Series 3 or in general at all now. it is kind of a shame, but to be honest, though, Naga had a good run, but he's fallen from grace from when I first reviewed him. And yeah, this weakness does not help him in this particular ranking either. Moving on. In 6th place, we have Trillian the Three-Headed Lion. Now, Trillian is one of the first beasts with more than one head, where it kind of shows that having more than one personality on you is actually not going to mess you over and make you a worse beast. Trillian is a good beast. Well, evil, but a good beast in beast stat department wise. But what holds him back from going higher up in this list, despite everything else going for him without having a weakness involving his extra heads, the thing that holds him back is actually his lack of capability to do anything else. So what I mean by that is that Trillian can run, he can attack, yes, but he doesn't have any other abilities other than that. And the other beasts do have abilities or another gimmick to them which makes them better than Trillian. So Trillian just introduced the multi-head gimmick along with Vipero, and that's it. But Trillian was better than Vipero, so I'll take that. Moving on. 5th place, we have Kratos and Kildor. Now, what makes Kratos and Kildor better than the previous entries is that these two beasts' heads or personalities seem to actually kind of get along with each other, where they don't really clash, but they literally do to merge into Kratos and Kildor. But the fact they can fight separately but also together is quite a good aspect, which makes them relatively high. However, what holds them back is actually not really their fault, but more mine, because I don't remember much from these beasts or what they can actually do. So that's why I hold Kratos and Kildor in 5th place, which isn't a bad spot at all, is it? Moving on to 4th place, though. Sorry about that. I had trouble pausing the video. In 4th place, we have Talker the Sky Snatcher. What ranks Talker above the others is the gimmick of being able to fly. And there is another two-headed beast which can fly, but Talker was the first one of these multi-headed beasts to fly. And I think, despite not being a great beast to me, is quite a good beast when it comes to the whole gimmick that she brings. And yeah, I'll say a good continuation of the gimmick after a long hiatus between series 3 and 23, ignoring the season 20 Akira. It's great to see Talker come back, bring back the multi-headed gimmick, and do quite a good job. Obviously, because there's only 9 beasts, and this is the sixth one I'm talking about, it's obvious that there's not really that many. So it's not a popular gimmick. But yeah, Talker is alright, I guess. Moving on to 3rd place. In 3rd place, we have Voltrex, the two-headed octopus. Now, at this point, I'm just ranking... Okay, I forgot about Voltrex as well. From the previous entry, I forgot about Voltrex. But when talking about the last 3 beasts, including Talker, which was 4th place, I just put these beasts in a figurative fight and just ranked them in who I'd think will win to who I'd think will lose in probability-wise. So Voltrex got 3rd place because I simply see the other 2 beasts beating him easier. However, what makes Voltrex quite a good multi-headed beast is that despite the fact they have separate personalities and each head controls half of the body, they seem to work so well in unison, you think you're just fighting one singular octopus, which is actually brilliant. So moving on to 2nd place, we have Velocro the Lightning Bird. Now, the only reason why Velocro is not 1st place is because the other one is simply better. And that's not even much of a competition. But with the multi-head ability, as well as the deflock and reflock ability for Janus birds, yeah, Velocro is quite a good beast when it comes to fighting. And I think these birds can actually, this bird can actually work well with the other head, making it quite a formidable opponent to beat. The reason why it's 2nd place and beats Voltrex is the whole height advantage Velocro will have. Not to mention the lightning bolt ability, he can kill Voltrex from a from a far range. The reason why he's not first place though is because the other one also has a ranged attack. And speaking of which, let's go to number 1. Malix the Silent Stalker. Now, if anyone actually knows all the multi-headed beasts, then it will come to no surprise that Malix was obviously going to be the number 1 beast of this ranking. Because these heads work well together, and when they're chopped off, they regrow into more heads, like Naga does. However, what makes Malix much better than Naga is that these heads actually get along with each other and shoot a wood-encasing venom from their fangs, which traps their victims in wood, and they can either constrict them or eat them, which makes Malix easily the best multi-headed beast. Whilst I feel it would be a good fight between Malix and Velacro on which one is actually better, and whilst Velacro could win, I see Malix as the one that could win due to simply being the fan favourite. And yeah, Malix is obviously going to be number 1. But with that, let's go back to me so I can do the outro to this video. Okay, so with that is the end of this video. I would say this has been quite a quick ranking actually, but it was kind of easy for me to do this ranking based on the use of the other head. Vipera was obviously going to be last place for me. Then I thought, yeah, let's add the ones with their obvious weaknesses with having the extra head, and then just work our way from who has the gimmick to who can actually win in the fight. And then that ultimately has made Malix the best beast with a extra head. So what I would say here is that as a result of all these beasts with extra heads, all 9 of them, I would say that only hold on. I would say only 4 are actually good with an extra head, whilst the others are either okay to bad. So yeah, that is what I really need to say about that. And with the obvious best being Malix, the others can be anywhere in the list, really, where they can range from bad to good. So I think a beast is better off with one singular head. So I wouldn't mind if this gimmick just dies off and doesn't come back. But if it does, I will welcome it. But my critique on it will be compared to the other multi-headed beasts, in which it's not really much of a competition until you get to the top 4. So that's all for this time. If you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press the notification bell down in the corner below, and I'll see you next time.